Hey guys, Infidel 1258 here. Today we are recording some bronze battles. We're in with It Is Finished, and we are at the lowest levels. I've got some requests to see some specific kind of even lower stuff, like you want to see me fight with next to nothing. I get it. I'm willing to try that, but right now I do have some goals that I have to set for these accounts. I want to get them into silver. I want to start taking advantage of the cards that I have, and for that reason, that's what we're going to see this deck playing at this time. Still, I really think there's going to be a lot of value here. We're going to be able to talk about some of the Chaos Legion cards, and we're going to be able to analyze some of the synergies that are available. And you're going to be able to see that higher level player analysis, because I definitely play this game at a diamond or a champion level regularly. So hopefully I can add some value to your day by providing some insight and hopefully some tips and tricks that you can implement in your own rank grind. They're going to unlock more rewards for your time and attention. That's the hope and the goal with this channel and with this series. And so if that sounds interesting, make sure you stick around and stay tuned. Before I get into it though, my name is Dwayne and I go by Infidel 1258, but usually just 12 is fine, guys. Let's keep it short. And let's get into the battles. Yeah, Infidel 1258 is my account name for the game. Dang dog, tearing up my daughter's clothing item. Okay, yeah, Infidel 1258 is the account name. It's where I got started. It was a combination of two video game names that I slapped together, but 12 is what I use all the time. I'm gonna have to just go ahead and create a new account so I don't have to explain this every other video. Okay, so I'll refrain from like dropping Deep Swimmer and stuff like this because I know you guys don't have that. And I'll keep it as basic as I can so that we can analyze what you might be looking at. So my two favorites right now are Obsidian at level 1 and do I not have him? I don't have Kelya on this account. Kelya is my second favorite. That's okay. So we'll do the Obsidian. See what we can do with magic. We got tons of mana, which is great. This is what I like to see when I'm playing Magic. I want to just be able to dump all the big boys out there. So, Void Monster up front. I mean, the Mustang Unicorn with the Void up front. And then it would be nice to put the Almo Cambio in a second position or something, because I do want to. So we have a taunt. Yeah, you know what? Might say no to Doctor, because when it's such a high amount of when it's such a high mana cap, what I find is your opponent is going to drop some serious bombs. So I like to make sure I get enough meat shield up front. And that's why I'm going to be doing Almo and Unicorn. This might be unnecessary for one main reason, which is my Mycelic Slipspawn is itself a tank. And it's going to take 10 hit points for the damage out the gate, giving the Unicorn more time to breathe, which maybe makes the Almo Cambio redundant. But again, at a 99 mana cap, it's very easy to rip through two tanks. And so it's not uncommon for me to personally try three kind of meaty tanks, whether it's true tanks or off tanks or whatever you want to call them. You know, the Mycelic Slipspawn is definitely an off tank. I would say that, I would say also Almo Cambio, something of a, like, I get, yeah, an off tank, a secondary tank. Certainly no attack of any kind, but such a huge meat shield that it almost qualifies as what you would just call a meat, like a tank. There you go. That's a big hit, big finish. Yeah, we're gonna be just fine now. Because my void is really helping. Plus, I have a secondary. I have a much better, I would say, a much better secondary tank now. The speed is ample. Plus, I have the heal still. He has his heal too, but Yeah. So he tried 3 tanks in the front, didn't he? Well, he did. He did something similar to what I did. Only, honestly, I don't really like. How did that? I guess it came down to, yeah. See, he did 3 tanks in the front, and he did the mycelic slip spawn, whereas I did 2 tanks in the front and this mycelic. Therefore, he was using 1 extra spot that wasn't doing any sort of attack or any sort of damage, and that ended up being the difference. Okay, so I'm gonna try a different look. I really like Tarsa, especially with a lower mana cap, because it's quite easy to just get out there with a little bit of melee. This is a great card. This is a great card. So I'm thinking definitely Serpentine Spy, Striker, possibly the Platoon as like a, because the shield, an interesting little front end, 4-cost mana tank. Yeah, that's probably where we're going to go with this. I do want to take advantage of Tarsa's +1 melee. So, I could, in theory, I could go try something over here with the archery or the magic. And there are some good cards, like Scavo is a good card. But, yeah. Platoon with the Tarsa melee and life buff. Not a bad little tank. Then we'll try and drop somebody in the back in the secondary position. You know what? Agent. Do I have any? Give this a shot. Yeah, Tarsa is one of my faves. I would say it goes right now, it's going Obsidian as number 1, Kelya number 2, and Tarsa as number 3. And it's a very close 1, 2, 3. It's not like Obsidian is running away with it by any means. So I put my secondary. You see how I got in the 4th position? I have a 6 hit point monster who's going to be a little bit more resilient with the sneak attacks, whereas he did the same thing. But I've got the camo on the back end, which is I'm not going to be snuck. There's no sneak attacks that are going to land on Dr. Blight because of the camouflage. The sniper is going to go against my Chaos Agent, which is exactly what I was hoping. And that's why I picked the agent and not this guy here. I had the option to pick this guy, but I didn't. And my Dr. Blight's going to just run unopposed, and he's going to just chip away. I do think it's going to come down to the first miss. Like, let's see. Yeah, I punched first. That's great. Now he's going to punch, I guess, the agent. Good thing I brought that agent. If he misses one, or if I miss one, that's going to be probably all she wrote. That's a big hit. The fact that I got to go first there was very, very pivotal to what I think is now a victory for me. Yeah. Yeah. So in that context, I want to hit replay, because in that context, I want to analyze the movement of the Serpentine Spy, because that's worth diving into. They're both melee. So he's got a Serpentine Spy and I have a Serpentine Spy. They're both melee. They're both common. They're both level 1. All of these are factors that do go into the determination of who strikes first. If you're melee, you shoot before magic, and if you're magic, you shoot before archery. If you're both melee, it goes down to rarity. They're both common, then it goes down to level. They're both level 1. So why did I go first? Is it because I'm on the top? I think it is. I know in brawls there's a rule that if you're on the top, you're the home team. Home teams get the advantage and they go first. I don't know how else to explain this. Does anybody else know how to explain this? My Serpentine Spy went first both times. It wasn't. I guess it might be like just a coin toss. But we both have 3 speed. I punch, then he punches, and then his Huh. Interesting. So my Serpentine Spy shot before his Serpentine Spy each time. And then his Tenyi Striker shot before my Tenyi Striker, and they were both equivalent. So I just don't understand that. It's like it's not because I'm on top. I think it just was like luck of the draw then. Guys, help me understand that if you know. I've had great commenters drop comments in before on this issue, and it fully helped me on the issue of melee versus archery versus magic, rarity, and all of that. But in this instance, they were the exact same. What happened there? Thanks, guys. Okay, let's do a couple more. Try something. Let's try another look. We'll try a different Splinter altogether with a level 1, because again, the requests are to try and show you some of this low level stuff. We got 30 mana, no modifiers. I mean, you know, if it were up to me, if I was just doing my best team, I would definitely play Delwyn at this point. But I'm not, because like I said, I want to show you something else. Oh, that's why I don't have Kelya Frendel as a level 1. So I'm not going to run that. That'll just be, I don't need to. I'll try Thaddeus. We'll see what we got here. I love the Life Sapper. Love the Riftwing. Riftwing's an amazing secondary tank for a sniper defense. Shiva is amazing also. With the 2 melee and the 3 speed and the 5 hit points, I love it. Now it might make sense to try this guy with this little nerd. And then look, he has no attack. So he is going to be vulnerable to opportunity, but he's not going to be vulnerable to sniper, because sniper is going to hit the Riftwing. Then I've got the Shiva, and I've got, so Scavo is going to repair the Legionnaire. The Legionnaire has both a decent amount of hit points and armor, and the armor is going to be topped up by the Scavo. Life Sapper, and then what else do we throw in there? We do have a sneak attack play, so let's go double sneak. I think it's important that I leave the Life Sapper in the last position, because ultimately my goal is to let the sneak attack monsters have fun. So I'm going to move all of my sneaks right to the front in the hopes that my sneak attackers get longer to live. The melee first play, I've really only used this Life Sapper because it's just a 3 mana cost good monster, and because its hit points can grow. So speed could be a factor. He could just out dodge me. He's got a heal and a repair. He's got an opportunity, which is going to go straight for Undead Badger. We'll see. I think I lose this, but that's nice that I got 1 shot off before I died. Got the heals happening. Repairs, I mean. So do I. But now he's going to opportunity my Scavo. Yeah. Yeah. Not going to work out for me. Riftwing would have been better in the second position. You see how many hit points it had by the time my tank died? So he went heal, repair, and that was a nice balance. This is a good little team. This, like I said, Kelya is my favorite for a good reason. Really, the only thing you can throw at this Kelya, I mean, if you come at Kelya with melee, you're going to be in trouble, because melee can miss and she's fast, and also because of the armor. So I really think the play is, in terms of order of powerfulness, or the best pick for the lowest level, I'm thinking Kelya, but then I also love Obsidian, and it's like a 1-2. I don't really know which one. It kind of depends on what you think your opponent's going to try. Let's do that, actually. Let's do one more, and we'll try and counter the enemy, because that deserves talking about, and I get various comments. So here we go. Green, Obsidian, green. Get his name. Obsidian. So he or she is alternating green. She's got the Void. She got the Mustang in the first position. There's only 22 mana, so I'm thinking probably a lower mana cap team, something like that, perhaps. Right? Lots of different cards, it looks like. They're all level 1. 3. I wouldn't be surprised if it was something like this. Mustang and that healer. That could work. So I'm going to try and counter. So look. I'm not going to play Magic because I'm kind of anticipating the Unicorn Mustang. I am going to play Opportunity. That's what I'm thinking now. Which means I want Tarsa. And I definitely want... And I think I have a good opportunity with blue. Level 2, so I don't want to kind of cheat the system by going level 2. No, I need to counter. My whole point of this battle is really to show you guys to think it through and use your best, put your best foot forward when you see a vulnerability. The vulnerability to me looked like it was melee. Like he's going to be susceptible to melee. So here we go. I'm going to put forward my best opportunity to achieve a victory in that context. Okay. Rule tester prod for the decent little meat shield. I'm expecting him to try a Mustang. A limited magic play is what I'm expecting. Wade has a good amount of hit points. The lurker is going to hopefully attack my opponent. I feel like maybe Setherpod might not be the play. What else could I try? Get something. See. Here you go. So, alternatively, six hit points. If I try that one instead of the Setherpod, I'm going to surrender the attack, but I'm going to... Nope. Time. Okay. Last minute switch up. I threw out... he is going magic. And I threw out my Kelp Initiate in the first position in order to get a little bit more hit point. 6 hit points instead of 4. And he's going to do 4 damage. He's going to kill me in the first round. But he would have killed me in the first 2 shots if I didn't put this here. Because he would have done 2 damage plus 3 damage is 5 damage. Oh, but I'm going to have an armor. So he's not going to kill me in the first round. Kelya, the rescue. Hopefully my opportunity monster does what he needs to do. That's huge. That's exactly what I needed. Yeah, we're good. Love it. Okay, guys. So when you are seeking to counter, don't mess around. If you see a vulnerability, if you see that they always play green, prepare yourself for it. And I don't usually do that, but it's generally because I just want to focus on crafting my own best foot forward. You have to weigh those two questions. Do you want to put your best team forward in a manner of just trying to win, or do you want to be defensive first and try not to lose? And they can both be winning strategies, as you've seen in any sort of major league sports. Like people say defense first, or some people say offense first. It's they're both viable options. In that case, I just said to myself, I want to understand what he's doing and I want to counter it. But then simultaneously, I took my best shot at it, taking the level 2 and not messing around. And I definitely felt the Kelya was the play anyways, because I was expecting the unicorn, and I wanted the opportunity to play with the armor, and I figured the opportunity would take out the back end, which it did. So if you have any questions about that, drop in the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much for your time and attention. Have an amazing day. I will be putting out a new tournament tomorrow. TNA 4, Tournament 4 ended today, and we did. See it anymore. This again. TNA 4 ended today. We had 100 participants. And so that's a big win, guys. Thank you very much. and I'm going to put out TNA raffle tournament number 5 tomorrow, and it will be launched with the morning video, which is a big one, and it's a fun one. Stick around for, it'll be 5:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on YouTube, and at 7 a.m. on 5 and on 3 Speak. Okay, bye for now.